Hey guys, it's Girl here. We got Fisko on the left with Quad People's Organization Guild, and we have Gutsa on the right in the Watchmen. It looks like Fisko is playing an ISSPBG. I can't tell at the moment if it's a Magnus of the Fallen BG or a Electric Split. Gutsa seems to still be playing his AP Denial Draxar at the moment. And right now we're on the Elemental Plateau fighting for the center font. We seem to be at least 3 to 4 turns in already. Let's get started.
Anyways, let's do some intro. What's your name, good sir?
I am Girl.
Yeah, and I am Gnomes, and you know, Fisko, long player, Gutsa as well. And these decks, I mean, Paralytic Strike, I've had some crazy, because it's double. That's the thing that's insane about it. It's not 50% extra like normal, like Hunter or all the other buffs. It's double damage. So if you have somebody who's paralyzed, they'll get the -2 defense from being paralyzed, and then they'll also, so instead of having 2 defense, they'll have 0 defense. So the Magnus will be doing 24 damage, or from the hammer throw even more. He'll be doing around 32 damage with the hammer throw.
I like the old school because Overcharge Golem and SP used to have Paralytic Strike on base, and what you could do is set up a Storm Rack. Storm Rack deals 10 electrical damage and then paralyzes the target. An old Overcharge Golem used to have Power Attack, and Power Attack applied with Power Strike. So he'd had 10 base damage, plus 6 from Power Strike, and then it's doubled to 32. He could do a burst of 42 damage on single targets. It was quite powerful. Unfortunately, this happened during the SOE era of power creep, so it doesn't exist anymore.
It's interesting. Good fun fact right there. My history book of Pox Nora right here.
For those who don't know, I have quite a bit of nostalgia, and I tend to romanticize those memories.
Good old times.
I've been playing since 2 to 3 days after the Savage Tundra expansion, so I've got quite a bit of nostalgia to have. Ooh, it seems he does still have Paralytic Strike on his first ability line. Seems I may have to go back and make my old school BG. Unfortunately, he has lost Power Attack.
Yeah, I mean, I run myself a I run a ISSP deck as well, and it kind of runs off the same module, but it has a little bit more of Electric Eater with the Fear of the Storm, and the Golems from SP, as well as the Electricity Elementals. So if you put the Stormfield down, those champions could just walk all over and make good around 12 HP back per turn because of that.
My version was actually with FWSP. I was making use of Mind Shackles in FW, as well as Magnus of the Fallen and a few other champs at the time. I believe FW also has a spell that paralyzes its own targets too. Allow me to double check that for the moment.
There we go. There's the paralytic feedback. Now he has -1 defense. If he gets a hammer throw on him, it will be pretty much dead for this gunner. Even though he does have the full surrendered lands bonus, so that will be -20% off of that hit. But we'll see.
Yes, so it'd be 24 damage minus 4 damage. So he would hit 420.
No, I mean, if it's a hammer throw, it's +4, as well as the gunner has -1 defense at the moment.
Ah, I forgot. So
Let's see.
16, 17 minus 6, so 34 minus 6, 28, and the Draxar gunner only has 34 health. He would live, unless Fisko uses spell.
But didn't Fallen already use the hammer throw? I'm not sure. I wasn't watching. Paying attention at least.
I did not see it.
Yeah, I think he did. That's why the gunner actually already has so much damage on him. It wasn't because the Fallen ran up to hit him, it was because he already used the hammer throw.
I am going to the combat log. Drexar Gunner already took a hammer throw
Yeah, exactly.
previously.
Oh, nice. Got the slam. Slam. We should.
I still say that's irritating.
What?
Poison Clouds got nerfed for that exact interaction. And now you have Stormfield with a bigger AoE and a longer duration
Yeah, but
than
I mean,
Poison Clouds ever were.
that might be true, but there's only one champion in the game with Stormfield, while there's like at least 6 champions with Poison Cloud. So there's a difference there.
True.
So like, here you
Still,
have the
all
dog
you
in one
need is
thing.
one. All you need is one at the right opportunity for the synergy to work to its full potential.
Yeah. I mean, the Hunchback does have tough too, so it doesn't do that much to him. It does 3 damage instead of 5. So he's doing all right. But that's true. It is a pretty
Hunchback
strong combo.
will be allowed to tank for days through Sapping Armor, Regeneration 2, and Tough 2, as well as 2 defense and a base health pool of 51.
Yep. Rebuke is also very nice to use.
Oh yes, it's especially helpful in a AP denial Draxar. So if your opponent decides to use something as mobilization to get more AP back, they'll actually be punished for doing so.
I mean, as we just saw, the Silver Crown Tinkerer did invigorate, so that's 4 AP onto the Fury of the Storm. So he would have taken, you know, I think
12
damage.
electrical damage.
But because she does have immune electricity, she did not take that damage. So she
Ooh.
found a way around that.
I wonder if Fisko's BG isn't actually a Paralytic Strike BG, but also plays on terrain effects. Because SP also has access to Unstable Ground, along with Lava Fall and Electrical Storm. It seems he seems to be keying off 2 forms of synergy in this BG.
Yeah, 4 electricity. It's easy in a combat log, 4 electricity damage by itself, but then 2 fire, 3 electricity, 2 fire, 3 electricity. You know, it adds up, right? So
It does. It's especially painful for 2x2 units, because positioning becomes even more difficult.
yeah, the lore is gonna have a hard time getting over there. So he needs a champion with Unstoppable so he doesn't get thrown across the terrain as much.
His BG is actually also on the Discord chat. I don't know if it's been updated since he's Gutsa's AP Denial Drax. I don't know if it's been updated since he's posted it here before, but I can always double check.
That's one of the cool things about Might of Iron Fist, is that it does take 10 HP, but it gives that champion 5 damage, so it can kind of be used if you want as a close combat you know, buff to your champion to do some really extra crazy damage with the 5 damage and pummel. But it can also be used from far away, as you just saw, to just take the 10 HP, because it can't be resisted because it's loss of life. So that's the strength of Might of Iron Fist, or Royal Might, sorry. Might of Iron Fist. Ruglos Might? Might of Iron Fist, what?
Yes, Gutsa's BG is on the forums on Discord at the moment. I will just repost it.
Yeah, I'll go look at it in a sec. Look at these AP denial tracks. Yeah, it could be very well be a knockback battle group. I mean, we have here the Whirling Quarry that has Whirling Stones, which allows the
Like I said, I believe he's playing off 2 forms of synergy from Paralytic Strike and Terrain Manipulation.
Whirling Stones to give the knockback.
Because Whirling Quarry plus Lava Fall or Stormfield or even Unstable Ground from SP also stacks up. The fact that this is on Elemental Plateau and his units have knockback is not beneficial for Gutsa.
Now here we see that the Fear of the Storm did go into the bottom right hand side font. He does not need to be very afraid of the Flagellum because that Flagellum has attack electricity, making it so that, I mean, the immunity electricity on the Fear of the Storm helps him out there. And the Judge Torian is the only other thing that could have a little bit of a threat, but he's a few steps away. Round 5.
Unfortunately, Gutsa's BG is a bit limited on range options.
But it does look fun. I mean, I always like seeing these non-meta decks.
I do so enjoy them too.
More for enjoyment.
I tend to play themes or synergy than I do meta.
Yeah. Same. So, how much Nora is Fisko getting per turn? So how much does he get from the shrine?
From the shrine, he gets 45 from the shrine and 12 from each font. It's always bothered me that 45 plus your first font is 57. It always seems like just an odd number to give to people. But he's currently getting 36 plus 45 for a total of 81 per turn.
It's pretty much a champ every turn.
Indeed.
Alright, well, as we just saw, the Temple Guardian tried to put down that's the end of the game. GG.
Unfortunately, Gutsa couldn't handle the range dominance that Fisko seemed to have been putting out.